Do you want to know what frustrates me to no end? It's the glaring disconnect in our healthcare system today. I'm talking between providers and their patients, and between specialties even. Where I see this most glaringly though is between birth providers and pediatricians. Here's how it works. So as soon as a baby's delivered, that cord's cut, the baby's stable, the work of the obstetrician or the midwife is for the most part done. The care of that baby then transfers to the pediatrician, and that OB never sees the baby again. So what's the problem with that? Here's what we see on a daily basis in our practice. Moms bring their babies to see us for colic, torticollis, reflux, constipation, trouble latching, delayed motor development, speech difficulties, sensory issues, ADHD, autism. It's a never-ending perfect storm of struggles. Most often, these littles, they've already seen their pediatrician for help with those challenges, and they were either given meds, recommended a procedure, or they'll grow out of it response. Throughout this entire process, the OBs and the midwives who delivered those kids have no idea what their health trajectory looks like as they're developing. They don't see that these moms are up all night long with inconsolable babies, that they gave up breastfeeding after a few weeks because it was too hard or too painful. They don't see that these babies have chronic ear infections and delayed motor development. And it's because there's little, if any, communication between that delivery team and the pediatric team. And that's a problem. I think about this all the time as I'm listening to moms tell these birth stories. If the birth providers only knew the struggles that these babies face after delivery, maybe they would take a closer look at the number of interventions that they're performing. Please hear my humility when I say this. Medical intervention like forceps, like vacuum extraction and C-section, they're life-saving procedures that absolutely have a place. They were a big part in both of my births. But when I see that cesarean births, they're up to 1 out of every 3 deliveries, we're facing a big problem. We know that the more interventions a baby undergoes in the birth process, the greater the risk of health struggles later on in life. There's a ton of research on this. We're talking allergies, asthma, eczema, constipation, anxiety, autism. The connection is absolutely real. But either our mainstream medical system isn't looking deep enough to truly address this issue, or they become so specialized that they perform their assessment or their procedure and then move that patient through to the next provider if the problem doesn't go away. We have been fortunate enough in our office to have these kids find us so that we can take care of them and the challenges they face after birth. Sometimes their chiropractic care begins immediately after birth, and that perfect storm of challenges is halted before it can gain any momentum. But oftentimes, we first see these kids at 3, 4, 5 years old when the parents have exhausted their resources looking for answers, or when the child starts school and their teachers are the ones who are recommending the assessment for behavior or for focus challenges. It absolutely breaks my heart when I hear these stories. When parents have been looking for answers for years and not a single provider has ever dug deep into their story to find the root cause of the struggles. Very rarely does a mom tell us that their ped offered advice on nutrition or lifestyle, much less recommended a visit to a neurologically focused chiropractor. Oftentimes it's the opposite. We'll hear, my ped said there's no reason a child should ever see a chiropractor. So that leads me to a commonly asked question. Why aren't peds recommending other options outside of the medical system? In my opinion, it's either because they are completely unaware that there are other options that actually are effective and work, or they have an old school, incomplete understanding of what neurologically focused chiropractic is, who it's for, and how it works. And I would bet it's probably more of the latter if we were being honest. The truth is, it is not up to pediatricians to understand chiropractic and how it works. It's up to us chiropractors to educate our communities. We know that parents with kiddos stuck in these health struggles are not only stressed out, exhausted, and just making it through the day, but we also know that this means that these kids are missing out on the full, vibrant, amazing life that God has designed for them if they were to be healthy and had a fully functioning nervous system. That is what we want for every child and family out there. That is our mission, to help parents whose children are struggling with acute and chronic health issues and need these 3 things. First, they need hope. We help parents figure out what's really causing their child's health struggles and then let them know that kids are more resilient, more adaptable, and more capable of healing than anybody else. We are here to restore hope. It is real. real and it's an imperative part of the healing journey for both the kids and for their families. Secondly, we're here to offer answers. We not only take our time to listen to moms and dads go through their child's case history, their concerns, and their health goals, but we also take the time to explain, to educate, and to inform them about the science behind the process and how it works in a very simple, very straightforward, and relatable way. And third, action steps. We actually partner with parents to build each child their own super unique, personalized, customized care plan, making sure that real neurological healing and restoration happens each step of the way. And finally, perhaps our very favorite part of the practice is not just helping these perfect storm or chronically sick and struggling kids begin their health journeys and improve the quality of their life, but it's our prenatal, family wellness, and new baby checkup side of the practice that we really, really love, because we get to prevent the perfect storm and all those struggles and get to work keeping them from happening in the first place. That is just the coolest thing to experience. That family wellness side of our practice is not the one that gets the most fanfare, PR, incredible testimonials, but it makes up well over half of our practice, and it's truly where the miracles happen in their own way. Just a little bit of a quieter, full family wellness type of way. When we look to the future, it's our vision that once families understand that nervous system function is everything, they'll choose chiropractic first. Heck, we want to be the first stop after birth, even before grandma gets to meet the baby. If we can stop, or even better, prevent the perfect storm of these health struggles from happening before antibiotics are used, before surgeries, before therapies, before placing a lifetime label on a child, we wholeheartedly believe that we'd be looking at an increasing health trend instead of the downward spiral that we are facing right now. We know this is big work, but we're taking steps to educate families, providers, and our community about chiropractic care every single day. We are on fire over here, and we can see parents' desire for something different, something more personalized, something better in pediatric healthcare. And this is why we exist. It's not for neck pain and back pain or to straighten out spines. We're here to disrupt pediatric healthcare as we know it, to reignite that trust in our body's ability to heal and be well, and to reverse the current health trajectory of our families. So here's to a community of thriving, vibrant kiddos. Come join us.